Hey, welcome back. This is going to be a long video, but I'm going to show you, me and my brother's going to show you step by step how to program a ESU decoder. It's real simple. It's going to be a little long, but it explains everything. So, alright, I'll see ya. Welcome back to the, I'm just going to say Fall Story Model Railroad Group. It's easier. This is a Sound. It's a ESU decoder. I actually said it right. I didn't do a how-to video how to install this, but it's pretty simple. This is where your motor wire would go, and this is for your speakers. This side here is for track power. The other side's for track power. Same thing in the back here. Track power over here. And these other two, it's wide open for reverse lights, but I don't worry about the reverse light. It's just me. But up here, this one side's for your headlight, and the other side's for your headlight. So I got two resistors because there's two headlights in this GP40. And what you have to do on some of these GP40s, this is an Atherin unit, but I didn't really clean the edges up like I was supposed to. But on this one here, I took my time and actually done it. And it has the same decoder as this. And we're using a file up here. And I'll get to that in a minute. But if you want to go, I'll put a link down to my brother's channel because he has a how-to video on everything you need to know about Sound decoders. It's simple. I really like it, and the sound sounds a lot better than any quality out there, I think. All right. So right now, without the programmer, if you don't have one of those, this is what you get. Unless you got somebody who has one. So he's going to go into the devices real quick to show you what the stock file looks like.
And what I could do real quickly, since you have it on video, is go to Loksound themselves, which HL trains. That way they can kind of see.
There you go.
So when you're in here, you can click on your downloads, and then firmware and software. You click in here, and then you got programmer for your PC. You click on that. Download the Plot 5 or Pilot 5, or you got the version 4 as well, and you just click on the newest version that they have, which is the 5.22. You click on that, download it, install it, and all that stuff. Once you're done, and then you can go in your sound file area, same place, downloads. You click on your sound files, and if you have the version 5 board like we do, you'll click on the 5, and then in here you want to click what engine you have. You got North American and Australian sound files. Up here is European sound files or factory equipped stuff. But this is what you want to go if you're adding the sound yourself, or the company can do it for you. And exactly that's the engine we are using right here, kind of way.
Yep. So,
and you can search your engine like the SD70 ACE. They don't have any nickel plate stuff yet. I think they got one. But you can go in here if you got the Amtrak P42, it's in here. Just the big boy, and also a lot of different other trains as well. Oh, Real Grand for one. And you just click here. You can listen to the sounds if they have the demo and sound features. It's pretty cool. And then you just click the download button and it downloads for you. Once you have all that, you can make a file like I did. And these are different engines that we have already set, which I'm doing the GP40, which I got that one right here, and then I backed it up out of the other engine. That way it makes it easier to do the decoder settings, so much easier and faster. Once you have it set up, you can save it, and then you just load your project and say like you want the same thing in your other engine. All you do is just in your other GP40 is just change the number to the engine number you got, and then that's all you do. And then you can hit save, and then you upload it to the engine by using the red arrow up here. This is the right decoder feature, and then the one with the little note, that's your sound file, which usually, depending on your computer, it can take up to 20 to a half hour, depending on your computer. Like I said, it all depends. Like if you have,
unless you got a good gaming computer.
Yeah, it takes me like my computer almost 20 to 30 minutes or so. Unless you got slow RAM, then you'd be there forever.
A while.
Yeah. But in here you have your sound slots. Now I'm going to do this for my brother real quickly so everybody else can see. And here is your automatically preloaded sounds that you can do and everything like that. And I think it'd be kind of cool to have radio chatter from my brother. And you got Germany, Switzerland, or USA. USA only has a couple, which kind of sucks. But you got crossing communication, which is pretty sweet. You just click on that. Usually you can click on the other arrow and it brings it over. Oh. And then, okay, so you want to click your sound slot that is empty. You have enough room on your board to do it. And you just click here. And it automatically brings it to here. And then if you click on it, it's already set. Which is pretty sweet. You can do different horns, bells, all these kind of stuff. Chainsaws, grinder. It's pretty cool stuff. Then what I'm going to do is click the save icon. That way it saves the file. And then information, which I'll do that once the sound file is in the decoder. I can come into the decoder settings and save it as well into the engine, which I'm not going to worry about that. I'll show you guys what I do in a second once this is uploaded. So you can do decoder data too as well, or I can just do the sound file, which right now I'm going to do the sound only. And now it's writing the sound to the engine. And it took probably about 30 minutes or so.
Okay.
But you never want to let your computer go to sleep. You just want to, like, maybe every 5 minutes come up to it.
Jiggle it a little
and
bit.
Jiggle it. Mine's set for, I think, 10 minutes it will kick off. So
okay.
That way it doesn't hurt the firmware. Or you want to mess with anything behind it. You just want to do this. And that's pretty much about it until it's done.
And what's nice about LokSound, the current keepers are built into the board. That's what I like about LokSound. If you had a current keeper, good luck trying to put a current keeper in that GP40, because that's programmed at the moment. So I'll show you something. Push the wrong button. So anyway, when you put it all together, there is no room for a current keeper. There is no room at all for one if you try to put a current keeper in here, because there's barely any room here for one, because soundtracks, they have these real big massive ones, but they got a little one. But trying to still put it in one of these, you ain't getting it unless you hook up a wire goes in here to a box card. Yeah. To me, that seems silly. But that's what I like about LokSound. If something's wrong with your board, you can pop that out and send it right to LokSound. You don't have to worry about undoing the wires. They wrote me a letter because I don't know what happened. It lost its sound, but it had DCC, but I wanted sound. So they gave me a new one for free. But you know, if you took one of the soundtracks, they won't do it. They won't replace your board for free. No. But anyway, it's not about
or your speakers.
So I don't want to get into that. That'll be another video later on. But I'm just showing you how much room you got in one of those.
And I believe that's a 21 pin, right? Decoder.
No, it's a.
Just be careful.
Yep. And right there, so you can pop that out, leave that board in there, and this is it. This is your chip.
Yeah, I mean, ain't that like a 21 drop-in or something like that?
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, it's 21. So anyway, I'll come back to that when this is all set up.
Because right now it's done doing the firmware. Now it's writing the sound file, or writing the sound memory now. This is where it usually takes about, let's see, 12:10 now. I don't know. I can't forget when we started, but a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
And we'll see how long it takes. So
I'll show you how easy it is to put the chip back in. That's it. When you're done, cover goes back on. That's it. All right, I'll come right back.
All right, now we're going to do the backup folder that was out of the 4162. You double click on your project that you saved it out of your train, and then as it is, come up here. If I can get, there we go. And then put the 3. And what else? Oh yeah, you say you want function 8, so that's already set up too. So
okay.
All the analog settings. DC mode is where you can actually have LokSound run on DC mode as well. So you can have two things. You can make it run on DC, or you can have it on DCC as well.
Oh wow!
So it's like a feature that LokSound does. I like seeing anybody else do that feature.
Yeah.
You got your brake settings, which I usually don't mess with the brake settings. You got your capability. I can't really pronounce that word, but then you got your DCC settings, which is right here. We're using just the regular factory stuff. And then you got your driving settings is 4 seconds to move, and then the brake stopping time is about 4 seconds or 3.38 or 58 seconds. And then you just come all the way to the bottom, make sure you hit the starting delay. That way if the sound is enabled, it takes a lot longer for your train to move. You just unclick that, you can move it. It's pretty sweet. Function mapping, this is where you do all your slot settings and stuff like that, which it's all set like this, because that way all I have to do is upload it to train, and then from there open up the train file and it'll be done. So all I have to do is hit the decoder settings, which I just want to make sure everything is set first. This is your light fixing or settings and stuff you can do, down to your motor settings. This is that one nice curve step I made up.
Damn, that's weird in JMR.
Yeah, and then right here, so pretty much like say 1 is automatically locked, which sucks.
Right.
But 2 index, so like you want your 2, you can drop the speed down to every single one. You can mess with the speed setting on each one to slow it down. So like slot 15 is too fast, you can bring it down to 30 and be done. But that's gonna be at 32. So that's what the other engine is. And if you have a ESU smoke unit or it smokes, you can do all that in the settings as well. Your sound settings as well here. The volume is at 180. This makes it sound pretty good. But I'll be going through the sound settings to make sure. And then all this is like your horns and stuff. Which once it's up on the train, you don't have that function anymore. You have to, I think, let me double check. So everything's set. I'm going to overwrite everything. Click next. And then this writing the decoder data. Once it's done, then what I do is I like to exit out of it. Since I made some changes back and forth a little bit, I'm going to not save it because then that's it. Like that part.
Okay, hang on. I don't do anything yet.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so then once you have all that done, you come down to your LokProgrammer 5, which is right here. It's empty place, no decoder, no nothing like that. And then you just click on your programmer part, read from decoder, and it's going to read the decoder now. And it should say 4163, which will be the CV value, I think, or something like that. Okay, yeah, okay. So now you can see the address is 4163. Everything is set. You go to your function mapping, I believe. Yeah. So, and then slot 2 is that sound file. Say like, okay, so F5 doesn't do anything for you. Come down here and you can add slot 2, which is the radio communications. And that is it. It is that simple to do. And then you just want to come down to the other functions, because these do stuff that's automatically. And you just want to make sure when you add custom sounds or you do the custom sounds that the file already has on the board or chip, you just want to make sure that radio communications is not listed anywhere else, because it will automatically play through the engine, which since it does on the board does not look like it does. So once that's done, I click the little save button that saves to the decoder. Or no, it's been a while. So you want to click on the right decoder settings, and then you just do that and hit next. Same way you upload the file to the engine too. Once that's done, then you're done. Then you don't have to mess with anything else, and you come back up to Jarvis cab, and then you hit go, and that turns the engine on. So now you have light, headlights come on, the bell, the horn, F3 is the couplers, F4 is like the fan, but usually if the sound's on, oh yeah, I forgot to double check that too.
I like to see soundtracks have that.
Yeah. With some of them, the Amtrak only ones that do have it, but it's like you can do station announcements and stuff like that for the Amtraks and stuff. I think it's pretty cool.
Startup sequence.
Is the disc lights on?
Don't have disc lights.
Don't have disc lights. Okay,
No.
so here's the startup. I love that sound.
Just like the real thing.
Ooh, that sounds good. Not too loud. It's actually just right. And then if I want to, I can make it go forward. Make it stop. I can back it up. If I have more track,
Yeah.
I can make it where it sounds like it, you can hear the but it, I'm gonna see if I can try to do it. It's not hurt nothing.
No.
Make it speed up a little bit. And sometimes you hear a brake squeal.
And on Nick's what's that thing called? The GEs. When he goes around the corner, it senses the track already, and it makes the plane squeal.
Oh, actually, it does automatically.
Oh, it does it automatically? Okay,
Yeah,
I
so-
was wrong.
Say like if I press F7, and then at least I think.
He hit the wrong button.
Yeah, I did. I think, yeah, because usually. Oh, okay. I gotta turn that feature off real quickly. So.
Operator here.
Yeah, operator here. Decoder, map function, make sure. Yeah, F7 is the plane squeal.
Sounds like it's turned on this one.
It should.
Okay.
I think what it is because it's not actually. Maybe it does have a sensor.
Okay.
Because I know when it's on the rails, it does it.
I noticed it Friday when we was running it, going around the corners. Every time it goes around the corner, you can hear this wheels playing.
Okay. So now you can see here, this is your sound settings you have. So now you have your exhaust. This is the startup sequence, how loud you want it. And say like you get the horn, which I know what the horn is. And you can't preview the horn though because it's already on the train.
board.
But say like, I'm gonna exit this real quickly.
That's gonna be like the longest video I ever had.
Sorry. Go back in the sound file. I gotta show this part. Say like you didn't like the sound file. Well, okay, or the horn. Okay, well, in this one you have different startup sequences. I think that's what that is. And then in here you have your 3rd gen horn pack 1, which you got different horns from 0 to 14, which is CB9. And then when you're in the decoder part, sound slot settings, click on your horn. You have your horn. And then you look at CB9, which says horn. You can change it to select 2. You can hear the different horn settings, and that's pretty cool until you like the one you like.
And I believe up above you could adjust it how you want it to, right? Where the blue, yeah.
That's the value here.
That's the it's a volume. Okay.
Value.
Yeah, okay.
Volume 1, 2.
There you go. Now, because when I was looking on the screen, I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Or to say like, you like an NS horn, okay? For instance, you like that horn. You can actually, where's the horns real quickly? It's a bell right here. You can double click here. This is the horns that you have in it. So like you like an NS horn. You can download the file for that NS that you like, that Loxon has on their website. You can download the file. You come in here and you can actually copy the file, and then you can put down here and hit paste. And now you have a whole new file, and all you do is change this from a 14, which is the top line here, come up where it says sound file 14, and all you do is okay, you can double click, and then say like you can change the file to 15, hit OK, and now click on here and now it's at CV14, which is pretty cool.
You couldn't do it with soundtracks.
No, you can't.
Alright, so anyway, this is how you get it going and everything where you want it.
Yep. It's pretty simple. I thought about doing that something like that.
Now, they should be pretty well close to being speed matched. That'd be on a different video later on.
Yep. And I do have videos on how to do that too on my
so
channel.
if you want to learn how to speed match one of these, or like he was talking about, I'll have a link down below. Just go to his channel. He talks about all this. He's the only one on YouTube that actually shows you step by step how to do all this. And so if you want like a Ghostbuster scene in one of these, you can do it. Or you want or Polar Express like Tom Hanks. This is all aboard.
Or Toy Story.
Or Toy Story. You can do it. Now, say like you want radio chatter, but you don't like what's on this, you actually go to YouTube and download. You can copy it, then you actually can put it in the file, shorten it up, then put it in your training. You actually got the real people talking. So if it's in like your close neighborhood or whatever, and you want that, you can get it.
Yeah.
So he shows you step by step how to do that.
And all you gotta do is say like you're on the computer, you can actually click on my channel. Doesn't matter where you are, you could be home, whatever. You see that little search bar, you just type in, because it's on a different monitor, you just type in Lok, hit enter,
and it brings it up.
And you can see pretty much everything I've done with Lok Sound. And how to add extra sound effects, all that stuff is here. So it kind of breaks down what you can do.
That train there, that's what started off for Lok Sound.
Yep.
That's Vicky's.
Yep, that's my wife's. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I'll see you guys later. So if you have any questions, there is a link down to his channel. I think I said it 3 times. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, here's the last of the video. I apologize, it's pretty long, but it is what it is. So we use NCE and hit 8. They're both going to be firing up. Oh, okay. This one doesn't have the radio chatter in. Okay. That's the second one it does. Awesome. But as you can see, it works great. And they're both speed matched. Didn't have to do anything. And that's on speed step 5. Let's go up to 15. That's where I like to run my stuff, about 15. And what I like to do, I look down below where the couplers are at. And that looks good. That's sexy to me right there when they're all coupled nicely and everything. And my ADD kicked in. Well, not my ADD, it's my, I don't know what you call it. So anyway, since I did a real nice job filing this down yesterday, I unsoldered the wires for the headlights, and I went in there and I filed it down nice and on the Dremel tool. So now I got more clearance compared before. I love it. Alright, I'll see you guys later.